Good morning, class. Today we discussed about electric field intensity due to an electric dipole. Class 12th, Physics, Chapter 1, Electric Charges and Fields. In the previous video, we are discussed about electric field intensity due to an electric dipole at an axial position or end-on position. In this video, we are discussed about the second topic of the same at an equatorial position or broad on-side position. See the diagram. Why we said that this an equatorial position. See, there is a dipole, electric dipole, say minus q and plus q charge separated by a distance say 2a. We have to find out the electric field at a position which is situated on its perpendicular bisector. Where it is situated? Perpendicular bisector. And you know that the work of perpendicular bisector is what? Divides the side in two equal halves, A and A. So that's why it is said to be equatorial position, because it divides the dipole in two equal halves. I hope you understand what does the meaning of equatorial position. Now we have to determine the electric field at point P, where the plus q naught test charge is situated. Okay, now the distance from point O to point P is R. Minus q is situated at point B, plus q situated at point A, and plus q naught test charge is situated at point P. Now the electric field at point P due to plus q charge is directed along AP direction. Why it is along AP direction? Because this positive charge will repel this test charge, plus q test charge, so its direction along A to P in that direction. Now the formula for electric field is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into charge by distance square. So the distance between plus q charge and plus q naught charge is A to P. So the distance square is AP square into a unit vector. In triangle AOP, this is what? A right angle triangle. We are using Pythagoras theorem to determine the distance AP. Okay, so according to the Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square AP square is equals to perpendicular square R square plus base A square. So AP square becomes R square plus A square. Now put the value of AP square in the above equation at that place. So our formula becomes 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into q by R square plus A square into P cap. Now electric field due to negative charge. See in the diagram, the distance from the negative charge to point P is PB, and because this side and this side both are equal. Why? Because this is a right angle triangle whose base and perpendicular is same. Here is also the right angle triangle whose base is and perpendicular is again same. So the hypotenuse of both the triangles are same. So you can say that AP is equals to PB. And one more thing over there, this negative charge will attract this test charge in that direction. So the direction of E minus Q is along P to B direction. Now E minus Q is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught charge Q by distance square. So AP is equals to PB, and the value of AP square is also equals to PB square. So you can directly use that R square plus A square into a unit vector. Thus you can say that from the electric field due to positive and negative charge, the magnitudes of positive test charge and negative charge electric fields are equal, which is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught charge Q by R square plus A square in magnitude. Now we have to determine the resultant electric field. See again the diagram. Here positive charge goes along this direction, negative charge goes along this direction. So how can we determine the resultant electric field? We are simply resolve the electric fields due to positive and negative charges. Okay, how can we resolve? See, very simple. See, these are parallel lines and this one is what? Transversal line. So this angle and this angle are equal. Okay. Now we are taken a triangle. Here is the E plus Q. Here is an angle theta. So simple as that. When we resolve the horizontal component in class 11th, we have discussed that horizontal component is represented by cos theta. So this is what? E plus Q cos theta. And the vertical component in that side is what? E plus Q sin theta. Now in the same way we can resolve the E minus Q. See, here is a theta, then this one is also theta because alternate interior angles. Now E minus Q along this direction, here is an angle theta. So for this theta, this is what? Base. So it is represented by E minus Q cos theta, and this one is what? Act as in perpendicular, which is represented by E minus Q sin theta. So the resultant electric field. Now in this diagram you see that E plus Q sin theta and E minus Q sin theta. The magnitude of E plus Q and E minus Q both are equal. So the vertical component cancelled out each other. Then our result is represented by C. E plus Q cos theta and E minus Q cos theta both are act in the same direction. So we are taken the result from these two only. So now resultant electric field E is equals to E plus Q cos theta and plus E minus Q cos theta. In previous figure we have taken a triangle AOP where we have to determine the value of cos theta. Now cos theta is what? Base by hypotenuse OA by AP. The value of OA in the diagram is A, and the value of AP, we are having the value of AP square. So we have taken simply the square root. So R square plus A square, and the meaning of square root is power half. So it becomes 1 by 2. Now E plus Q cos theta plus E minus Q cos theta, it becomes both are equal. So it becomes 2 E plus Q cos theta. Now put the value of E plus Q and cos theta over there, which is 2 times of 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square plus A square whole raised to power 1 into A upon r square plus a square whole raised to power half. Now 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught as it is, q into 2a. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q into 2a. Now both having the same base, so power should be added, so it becomes r square plus a square whole raised to power 3 by 2. And we have already discussed about that q into 2a is what? Electric dipole moment. So it becomes 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught p by r square plus a square whole raised to power 3 by 2. Now again for the condition, for r is greater than a, then a square is too small as comparative to the r square, so it can be neglected. So it becomes the resultant electric field is equals to minus times of 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into p by r cube. Now you are think about that how the minus sign is to become. This negative sign indicates that resultant electric field intensity is just opposite to the electric dipole moment. See, electric dipole moment is from negative to positive charge, means in that direction, that is the direction of electric dipole moment. And according to the diagram, our resultant electric field is going in that direction. See, both are having the opposite directions, that's why the negative sign comes. Thanks class.